Welcome back. Attorney Andrew Bethel of Bethel Law, where we talk estate planning, finances, real estate, and taxes. In the spirit of the holiday season and the fact that this video is coming out on Christmas Day, I figured we'd try to be on theme and talk charitable giving and how to do so in your estate plan. Charitable contribution through estate planning is something we've talked about on this channel before. Go check out Attorney Dale Bethel's excellent presentation on this if you haven't already. However, I would like to discuss a few of these topics in depth in their own set of videos while also highlighting a few local and national charities that we think you should consider when deciding who to donate to. Today's video will be a general overview of charitable giving and estate planning, along with our first charity highlight. In future videos of the series, we'll go into more detail on the different aspects of charitable giving and highlight some more charities we think are doing good work. But first, a like and subscription from you would be greatly appreciated. Also, sharing our videos with others helps us immensely as well. With that, let's dive in so you can get back to opening up presents and spending time with family. With charitable giving, there are primarily two, or depending on how you look at it, three pathways you can take. A traditional approach and the estate planning approach through either a revocable living trust or a charitable trust. Even then, there are variations you can do with estate planning, but we'll get into that in a minute. To begin, let's talk the traditional approach to charitable giving, which is the one most of us are likely familiar with, and it's contributing to your favorite charity. This is where, let's say you donate $500 to a charity, you receive a gift receipt, and you get a one-time tax advantage for the year you made the donation. Overall, pretty straightforward. Next is charitable giving in your estate plan, which, as I mentioned before, has roughly two pathways of its own you can follow. Charitable giving in your typical revocable living trust distribution, or creating specialized charitable trusts for ongoing charitable contributions and long-term tax benefit planning. When making a charitable contribution in the distribution of your typical revocable living trust, you will simply add your favorite charity or charities as a beneficiary of your trust. Say 10% or $50,000. That charity is treated just as any other beneficiary in that they receive their distribution from the trust when it comes time to do so during the distribution process. Interestingly, in order for a trust to receive the tax benefit of making the contribution to the charity, the trustor, meaning you when you decided upon your distribution, must have specified the charity was to be a beneficiary of the trust estate in order to receive the tax benefit. If the trustee exercised their own discretion to make a charitable contribution that was not specifically spelled out in the trust, then the IRS would consider that donation to not have been in the trustor's original intent. So, if you want a charity to receive a contribution from your estate and you want your beneficiaries to benefit tax-wise from that contribution, then you need to spell out explicitly in your trust distribution when having your attorney draw up your trust. Next, let's briefly discuss charitable trusts. Why only briefly? Well, first, you need to get back to your eggnog and promising yourself you're going to go work out after the holidays. It's okay, I do that every year. But in all seriousness, we have yet another branching path here with charitable trusts. First is an otherwise normal revocable living trust, but where the only beneficiary is one or multiple charities. Doing so means we have special rules and doctrines to consider. And the second and third paths are the most common specialized charitable trusts: charitable lead and charitable remainder trusts. By specialized and common, I simply mean that where we are creating a trust to perform specialized charitable contributions, the overwhelming majority of the time, we're creating some variation of a charitable lead or a charitable remainder trust. Again, more and more branching pathways, but we're keeping it very brief today. Having a trust where the only beneficiary is a charity is often similar in function to a trust wherein a charity is just one of a set of beneficiaries, the others typically being people or family members. However, in a charitable trust like this, there are additional protections to ensure the trustor's original charitable intent will be honored under the cypre doctrine, which is a French term from the phrase cypre comme possible, which roughly means as close as possible or as near as can be. So sorry you had to hear that. I know some Spanish, but I know very little French, even though they are similar. We'll go over charitable lead and remainder trusts at a later video, but know that they require ongoing management, are irrevocable at inception by design, and they differ from each other in whether you want the charity to be a principal or an income beneficiary of the trust. Finally, I want to briefly highlight the Inland Empire Ronald McDonald House as a potential candidate for your charitable contribution, either directly or through your estate plan. Full disclosure, Attorney Dale Bethel is a member of the board for the Inland Empire House, but neither Dale, I, nor Bethel Law receive any compensation for Dale's services or you electing to donate to the house. For those that don't know, Ronald McDonald House Charities is an independent American nonprofit organization whose stated mission is to create, find, and support programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children. It started when Jim Murray was the general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles and was raising funds for one of his players' daughters. They met an oncologist, Audrey Evans, and they partnered with Elkman Advertising, which handled the marketing for McDonald's. The charity eventually took the name of the McDonald's mascot from there. The Ronald McDonald House chapters accommodate families with hospitalized children who are being treated at nearby hospitals and medical facilities. The Inland Empire Ronald McDonald House provides this home away from home, primarily for families whose children receive medical treatment at Loma Linda University Children's Hospital. The house opened on September 11, 1996, and since then has served more than 18,000 families. The house can support more than 54 families each night, and although a contribution of $12 per night is requested to stay, no family has ever been turned away due to an inability to pay. I have an almost 3-year-old son now who was born at Loma Linda and did stay in the NICU for a few days when he was born. Thankfully, we didn't have to utilize the services of Ronald McDonald House, but having a place that would have been only a minute or two drive from the hospital would have been a godsend. The house isn't only a place to stay, however. It also allows access to food, amenities like showers and bathrooms, and toys and outdoor play for those children who spend time at the house as well. They have a 90% rating on Charity Navigator and help families during difficult times when their children are hospitalized. Overall, a pretty admirable goal if I'd say so myself. With that, I'll let you get back to your holiday celebrations. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other great videos. Stay informed, and I'll see you next time.